Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. It's your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a 2020 model year limited edition of 1,000 pieces, 42 millimeters in stainless steel. This is the Breitling Premier Bentley Mulliner limited edition. 1,000 pieces, and as you can see, 42 millimeters in diameter by 13.9 millimeters thick, lug-to-lug, 49.8 millimeters with a 22 millimeter span between the lug horns. We throw it on my wrist, which is oval and 16 centimeters in circumference. It's a full-sized watch, if not quite an oversized watch. 42 is a fair-sized modern men's complication without getting into the realm of a Royal Oak Offshore or an Hublot Big Bang. It's a secure fit, though I'd say you're probably going to wear this watch on a wrist no smaller than 15 centimeters circumference. It's not going to slide underneath a dress cuff, but a jacket should be okay. One more shot down the barrel, cuff, over the top. Let's take a look at the hardware and the software. Start with the hardware. Moving outboard, you can see that the watch includes a full deployant clasp and a combination of satin and polish. It is a trigger-actuated deployant, so it can't pop open accidentally. That's a nice feature. This is your insurance against dropping the watch while you're donning or removing. Now, as you can see, there's a curved spring bar that allows the lugs to be drilled close to the case without any impediment to their motion. That's the idea of using a curved spring bar. The strap is remarkably substantial. Navy blue on the top, or perhaps I should say Mulliner blue on the top, semi-gloss contrasting stitch, alligator leather. It's got sheer sides showing the layers of leather, and then calfskin on the underside. You can see this is a Breitling factory strap in outstanding condition, and the watch likewise in outstanding condition. Combination of polished facets as well as satin shoulders. You can see that the Bentley nameplate on the side has been affixed with bolts and then engine turned. This is a recurring motif in Bentley road and race cars over the last 100 years. I particularly like the fact that the bevel that expands from the midcase wraps around the end of the lug. And you can really see that to good effect here, that the bevel continues down and around the edge of the lug where it sits right alongside the satination. It's a handsome contrast. Attention to detail is strong. The knurling on this crown is particularly sharp and a pleasure to grip. Now you can see that the chronograph pushers, which are a vintage rectangular profile, they actually feature polished facets on their side and then satin on their top. Again, nice attention to detail. A polished conical bezel, and then there is a step up as it abuts the sapphire, and the sapphire is vaulted and cambered. It's a box section sapphire to create a little bit of the look of a mid-century Breitling Premier watch. Now the dial does not have a date. This is a special model that features a lovely combination of silver, red, and blue. Outboard you have a tachymeter that is calibrated for remarkably fast cars, as its base is 700. So the timepiece, of course, with the tachymeter, you can use it with the chronograph to gauge the speed of, say, a car over a mile or a kilometer. Units aren't given, so you can judge. The watch does feature sunken registers in blue, and then a few touches of red throughout the dial, which is primarily silver. There's a sunburst from the center, and then, of course, polished hands and applique indices, as well as Arabic numerals. It's a good-looking watch. Roll it over, and then you have the caliber B01, or at least you have the 36 jewel no-date version of the B01. Technically, it's exactly the same as the standard watch. By the way, all of this 100 meters water resistant, so you can absolutely swim with it on a different strap. The tech specs for the B01, automatic winding, 72-hour power reserve, 8 beats per second. It features both stop seconds or hacking, and a combination of vertical clutch and column wheel. The column wheel makes the actuation feel crisp. You could see it with its levers and horns underneath the caseback. It feels as sharp and positive as a Zenithal Primero 400 or Rolex Daytona 4130. Very impressive, actually. The vertical clutch allows you to start the chronograph. Watch the seconds hand. It allows you to start the chronograph with no jump or stagger to that seconds hand. And if you like, with the vertical clutch, you can leave the chronograph running full time without any hazard to the watch. The timepiece is adjusted in 5 positions. It is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer, so that is a feather in its cap from a technical standpoint. It is also, frankly, a good-looking movement, and not every automatic chronograph is a good-looking movement, especially when they are vertical clutch chronos. This one actually looks like it was designed to be seen, even though when it first came out in 2009 on the Chronomat, it actually wasn't designed to be seen. Good-looking movement overall, tough, long-legged, all of the modern standards you expect, and it even uses Edicron for regulation, which means that it can be regulated potentially far beyond chronometer specifications. Edicron is magic. It turns a decent watchmaker into a master. So this is a well-designed watch. Reach out to tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. back with the Mulliner limited edition by night. And if you're wondering, Mulliner is a old-time coach builder that since 1959 has been the in-house customization arm for Bentley vehicles.